Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land and waterways on which we are recording today, the Wurundjeri, Wairarong and Bunwurrung people of the Eastern Greater Kulin Nation. We pay our deepest respect to their elders, past and present. We extend that respect to all First Nations peoples, and we also recognise their storytelling and honour their sovereignty was never ceded. We acknowledge their enduring and unbroken connection and contributions to country, lands, waterways, sky, culture and communities. We stand with them in their ongoing calls for truth-telling, treaty, sovereignty, justice, land rights and reconciliation. This was, and always will be, Aboriginal land. Before we begin, quick heads up. Today's episode, we touch on Melbourne's darker and sometimes hidden histories, including references to abandoned tunnels, secret wartime shelters, and stories that maybe feel a little bit unsettling if you're claustrophobic or uneasy in underground spaces. So, if this is not the right time for you, well, first and foremost, I do understand that naturally your well-being comes first, and please feel free to pause, skip, or choose to watch one of our lighter episodes. But yet, if you do choose to go with this one, as always, please listen and watch with care. Well, what if I told you that beneath Naarm-Melbourne, busy streets, under the tram tracks, laneways, and massive skyscrapers, there's actually a whole new city underneath. A forgotten world of hidden tunnels, buried arcades, and underground mysteries. Some are relics of wartime, while others were part of long-forgotten, long-lost infrastructure plans. And some, well, let's just say, some still remain shadowed in secrecy to this day. Welcome to Down the Yarra, the podcast that takes you on a deep dive into the heart and soul of Naarm-Melbourne and South Central Victoria. Whether you're a local or just curious, this podcast is for you. Hi, I'm your host, Andy. On today's episode, we're descending beneath the surface of the CBD to uncover Naarm-Melbourne's hidden tunnels. To kick this adventure off, let's start with the ones that are hiding in plain sight. For example, Campbell's Arcade, located just off Flinders Street, near the station. It was built back in the 1950s, just before the Olympics, as a subway to help people cross beneath the chaos, trams and traffic. With its mosaic tiles, quirky artwork and the history of independent record stores, it's a taste of underground Melbourne without needing a torch, and soon to be the entrance of Metro Tunnel Town Hall Station. Another iconic underpass in the CBD is the Grave Street underpass, which links Flinders Street Station to the laneways. Hence, it's another functional remnant, but still gives you the feeling of stepping into another world at the same time. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. So, during World War II, Naarm-Melbourne quietly built network of air raid shelters, and wartime tunnels. For example, some were under Treasury Gardens and others under Flagstaff. However, these weren't publicised at the time and kept secret for security reasons, but yet the traces remain in archives and local memory still to this day. Then there are service tunnels under the CBD, of course. Long, narrow tunnels carrying steam pipes, electricity, and telecommunication lines. Masons crews know them well, but the rest of us rarely think about them. The fact that under Collins Street there's a whole web of arteries that keep the city alive to this day. Don't forget the old metro tunnels, abandoned stations, projects, and dead-end passageways that date back to the 1920s and 30s, when the engineers dreamt of a subway system that never quite came to life. But yet, no, no destination in Naarm-Melbourne is underground is complete without mentioning Cave Clan, the urban explorers who, since the 80s, have been documenting, photographing, and exploring the hidden world beneath the city. And this leads me to a recommendation. Their brilliant companion piece, Clan Cave, Media YouTube channel, especially their episode on Naarm-Melbourne's secret underground world. It's a really quite a fascinating virtual dive into the spaces we're talking about today. From the stormwater drains, abandoned bunkers and tunnels that most of us will never see in person. Yet definitely it's worth a watch after this episode. So honestly, why do these tunnels capture our imagination to the present day? Well, maybe, just maybe, it's the mystery. What's actually hidden beneath our feet? Maybe it's just the thrill of forbidden spaces, or maybe, just maybe, it might be the cities built on layers of history. The underground represents the layers of literal history, from early colonial, then to wartime, and then on to present day. Each tunnel represents a slice of Naarm-Melbourne's identity in its purest form. And well, today we look down into Naarm-Melbourne's hidden underground. Next time, we're going outward towards the water. So join us for our next deep dive into Melbourne's Docklands as we explore its past, present and future, from its days as a grimy working port to today's glass towers and stadium lights, to the bold plans what's next, including the long mooted restart of Melbourne Star. So, whatever you do, don't miss it. If you've enjoyed this episode of Down the Yarra, please make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Podbean for the audio companion, and connect with us across our socials for daily snippets, photos and teasers. Well, until next time, I'm your host Andy, and just remember, there's nothing more Melbourne than meets the eye.